To many who see them, the legacies of the ancients are beyond understanding. Strange creatures, exotic spirits, mysterious gods, architectural marvels. Researchers still debate their origin and meaning. They appear unearthly, alien, leading some to believe the knowledge of the ancients arrived from another world. What strange forces were at work here? Did alien gods instruct our ancestors? Or is there another explanation hidden in history? Other clues strewn through human antiquity, revealing the real ancient astronauts.
All right, we'll be careful on the electrodes now.
At the Monroe Institute in Virginia,
There.
Carol Sabik is preparing for a flight beyond her body.
Need to hook these wires up to the amplifier here. Okay, does that feel comfortable for you like that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
She's
good.
being launched by consciousness researcher Skip Atwater.
Okay, Carol, if you're ready now, I'm going to turn the lights out. And we're ready to begin. All right, Carol, everything is looking really good out here. I want you to continue to relax now.
Atwater believes there is a hidden power in the human mind, a power that once fueled the imaginations of our ancestors and may help explain some of the ancient mysteries they left behind.
As the centuries have rolled by, we've forgotten some of the ancient things that we could do as humans, some of the ways in which we had of knowing things and learning things. Relaxing more and more. And when you're ready, go ahead and move on out.
The mysteries of the ancient world have intrigued scholars for centuries. Perhaps the most puzzling are the suggestions of ancient flight. Why did our ancestors portray flying beings and build great stone mountains pointing to the heavens? To some, these suggest the presence of aliens, of visitors from outer space who guided our ancestors. Among the ruins of lost civilizations, clues suggest a special group of people did exist. People who saw the world in a different way. But these people were not aliens. They were shamans.
When we use the word shaman, we're referring to a man or a woman, or a group of men or a group of women who are identified by their community in some way or another to help the community. And these individuals have the special talent to alter their consciousness, to regulate their awareness, so that they can obtain information that other members of their social group cannot access. In some ways, we might say that shamans were not only the first physicians, the first healers, the first storytellers, the first creative artists, but also the first scientists.
The science of the shamans may be considered crude by today's standards, but it was no less important. Some researchers believe shamans were the first to experiment with the subconscious mind, and through these experiments, set the course of human development. To understand the science of the ancient shaman, researchers must enter their laboratories. One such place is deep inside the Pyrenees Mountains of southern France.
I think we'll probably find some paintings up there as well. I think this is the part through here.
It's a long way.
Yes, I think it's quite from the entrance. How far is it from the entrance now?
700 meters.
700 meters.
Yeah.
And these people did it without any lights at all?
Well, hardly.
Very small lights.
The explorers who ventured into this underground realm some 14,000 years ago experimented with an extraordinary new skill: image making. The artworks they left behind are amongst the oldest in history. The emergence of art is an important chapter in human development, signifying a new form of intelligence.
There is a horse which
Yes.
is...
But to researchers David Lewis Williams and Jean Clot, these images at Nio have more to tell us. To the untrained eye, the paintings depict animals of the time, animals central to the hunter-gatherer lifestyle of the artists.
I'm interested in the way those two bison heads look one way and one the other way.
To Lewis Williams and Clot, these images also record the presence of the shaman.
Well, first of all, we've got to realize that the way in which the paintings are placed on the rock doesn't represent animals in the real world, animals standing in a field, for example. They are done one on top of the other, and sometimes only in fragments.
These researchers believe powerful visions inspired ancient shamans to leave their mark. Visions which emerged from the depths of their subconscious minds.
They were in the world of the spirits, very far away from the natural world where people lived. And so they expected to see the spirits on the wall. And of course they saw them because they used those flickering lights which made the cave walls live.
In one's spiritual vision, the rock itself begins to disappear and to melt. Then one sees one animal after the other, stretching back through an infinity of visions deep, deep into the spirit world. In an altered state of consciousness, he hears the animals and eventually sees the animals, and eventually, in some instances, fixes those animals with paint and scratched lines on the wall of the cave, which is the membrane between him and the spirit world. Okay, let's go through here.
These shamanic experiences could be considered humanity's first space program, an inner space program, made possible by the very nature of the cave. Clot and Lewis Williams say, in dark and isolated environments, the human brain is denied stimuli from the everyday world. This sensory deprivation frees the mind, leaving it open to other influences.
That's where the echoes come from.
Oh, yeah.
These big spaces like that, I think.
And they made the
With
paintings,
sensory deprivation, even simple sounds can have a powerful effect on our consciousness.
of the wall.
Or maybe they knew the hollows caught the sound, so they put the paintings there too.
Well, quite possible. Sure.
Well, I think this is the sort of place that caught the echoes of rituals.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm sure the sound must have played a big part in the rituals. Okay, let's look.
Most images have been recorded in only one section of the 1.5-mile-long cave. A place with unique acoustic properties.